I tried to do a press release here for Sierra Club. I guess we're not supposed to be on the steps. Is that what he was saying?
It's fine. We should keep something open.
All right. Okay. Well, and I passed this around, but I wanted to share a couple of things here.
What's your name?
Robert Mallon. I'm with Rhode Island Sierra Club and have been with Occupy Providence from the beginning. Day 2, I think. Me speak up? That's interesting. Okay, and I wanted to say the TPP is just an extension of free trade, which means not fair. When they say free trade, they mean that fair doesn't matter. And that means the way that nature is treated, the way that people are treated, and everything becomes a calamity. Everything becomes basically judged by the profit that they can make off of it. So all of these agreements are bad. What we know is they've been doing this already since the, what was the first one, 1990, NAFTA?
No, 56.
What's that?
Just say Clinton.
Okay, well, Clinton was the one who did the big one, right? There was a big dispute whether this would hurt the environment and whether we would lose jobs. Well, let me tell you, this has decimated environmental laws in countries that are weak already. What TPP threatens to do is to make that bigger by bringing in this big block, okay, to essentially close the global loop where corporations are above laws that citizens pass. That all they need to do is to say, you're bad for my profits. Oh, you're dumping in our river, in our bay. Oh, I could clean it up, but that costs me money. You're bad for my profits. You make me do that, and I will sue you. Now, you think that this is abstract. Well, Sierra Club is involved since 2002 in a case in Nova Scotia with a country called Canada. Not an invisible country, right? Something that you would think has stature in the world. Well, they are being sued by Billcom, I think is the name of the company, for $300 million because an environmental impact statement said that this project would be bad. It's in the Bay of Fundy. I don't know if you know what the Bay of Fundy is. That's right. It's the biggest, and so shipping through the Bay of Fundy is something that they have to really rush the ships through because of the tides. It's not made for commerce. It's also a very sensitive area ecologically because it houses a lot of ecosystems because of that strange changing of the tide that don't live in other places. So when you kill them, they're gone. So the environmental impact statement said, no, this is too much damage to do for basalt. I don't even know what they do with basalt. Is it in cement or something?
Make dikes out of it.
Right. Okay. But it's a mineral, right? So for this extracting this mineral, they are suing, and this is my favorite part. Okay, for loss of future profits. Wow. This is what Bilco is suing the state of Canada, and the Canadian Sierra Club is a part of a countersuit. But this has been going on since 2002. So doing something like TPP and bringing in countries like Japan to give them the rights for their corporations to sue us for our land. These are companies with serious lawyers to bring in a market the size of China. To say Vietnam is somehow free, fair labor when they pay the average worker 50 cents per hour. 50 cents. And when they're dying for those 50-cent an hour jobs, right? Are they going to worry about the rice paddies being polluted? Right? We know how this goes, right? You get people desperate and these environmental laws go by the side. You know, what is next? We know it. It's called child labor. It's always the next thing. The people get poor enough. They want their kids to make, at 50 cents an hour, everybody in the family needs to work. Okay, so they say, oh, that's not in this. We're beefing it up. It's protected. Well, that's not true. We don't know what's in it. The reason why we know what's in it is because of a man named Julian Assange with WikiLeaks who leaked it. Who one of our political candidates, Hillary Clinton, basically called an enemy of the state for telling us what was, you know, what was in this. Bernie Sanders, in a Democracy for America, what do you call those things, teleconference, said that he was ushered in to read this. Now, he's a senator, okay? He can't take it out. He can't have his staff read this. What is it? Is it 2,000-page document? It's long. It's long. He's ushered in there. They let him stand there and read this like he's supposed to have a photographic memory and memorize it all. And then he's sent on his way, and he's supposed to say to the people he represents that he knows what he should do with this thing. That is what our senators, I'm sure Bernie Sanders isn't treated any different than Senator Whitehouse or Senator Reid. It is outrageous that they are not outraged, that they are not saying, I will bring down anyone who supports a bill that I can't read, that I can't bring back to my staffers. That's the way that bills, you know, they go back to staffers who are experts in an area. A senator is not supposed to be an expert in every area. And our legislators aren't allowed to do that. So I just say no to this, and that we ought to know the people who are behind it are making these kind of decisions every day, and it just shows the type of representation that we have with the plutocracy that we have. Thank you very much.
Has Obama read it?
I don't think Obama has read it. I think he got, Bernie Sanders said that he got the information from Robert Rubin.